So, when I was reading my book so that I can do this series for you guys on how I married a married man, and yes, it was an accident. No, I didn't know he was married. He lied about being married. I wrote about it in my book, The Single Diva's Guide to the Science of Attracting Love. And in this book, I call him the jealous man. Now, we all know that this is what the narcissist. And so, in my next book, we will be referring to him as the narcissist. However, one of the things I said in my book was that he was extremely jealous. On our initial date, he did not act jealous. He acted like when he knew I was going out with another man, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I know you're going to be back to me, so you have all the fun that you want because I know you're the one for me. So I was like, oh, wow, a man that's secure. But no, ma'am, he wasn't secure. Every single time my phone would ring after we had been dating for 30 days, he thought it was another man. He would question me about the things that I wore. He would question me about my intentions. He would question me if I was out too long. If I went out with friends, then that means that he wanted to tag along, or he would pop up out of nowhere like, hey, babe, I missed you and I wanted to surprise you. It would be things that would be weird that I was like, oh, he just really cares about me. And for many women, you think that that means that you're special. You think that that means that that guy thinks that you're special, but it doesn't. It means that he wants to control you, that he doesn't respect your free will, that he is super insecure, and that he is potentially dangerous and that you should run. So the signs that he gave to me: there are multiple things wrong with Mr. Jealous Man, whom I will refer to as JM. In the book, I call him JM, but we're going to call him Regent in our series. He initially appeared to be my knight in shining armor. He said everything I wanted to hear, gave me everything I thought I wanted, and made me feel as though he wanted the best for me, which included overwhelming need to protect me. Although JM acted like he was not a jealous guy during our first date, his jealous tendencies started to come out after 3 months of dating. If he thought I found a guy attractive, there were questions. He always had to make a comment about what I was wearing and had to know who I was talking to. I hated for my phone to ring because that meant I would have to endure a litany of questions after the call. I thought nothing of it when he asked me the first time who was calling my phone. I thought nothing of it when he questioned me in extensive detail about my male friends in excess. I thought the reason he insisted that we were together 24 hours, 7 days a week was because he enjoyed my company. I started to notice that there was a problem when he always had to know where I started to notice that there was a problem when he always had to know where I was going when I hung out with my friends. I didn't mind telling him because I had nothing to hide and felt transparency in a relationship was important. However, when he would show up unannounced at the club my friends and I would be hanging out at, or had to accompany us whenever we had girls' night out, I realized that there was a problem. Whenever I would bring up an issue that bothered me, he would turn it back around on me. This is how a typical conversation would go. Me, why is it important that you go everywhere I go with my girlfriends? JM, what are you trying to hide? Are you trying to do things with other guys behind my back that you wouldn't do if I was there? Me, why is it necessary whenever my phone rings that you must know who is calling me? JM, so you do have guys calling you. Why do you think it's okay for you to disrespect me by talking to other guys behind my back? Conversations such as these would go on and on for hours and hours, almost every single day. The first time he put his hands on me, we probably had been dating about 2 months. This man proposed to me after 30 days of us being together. Our relationship moved extremely fast because I thought I had found the one. He love bombed me. He was really into me. He was willing to pay the bills. He wanted to save me from all the legal issues that I have been going through, because remember, I told you I was heavily in real estate investing. The market was crashing at that time. I was losing my properties. I was losing my home. Actually, they did legal mortgage lending. So I had an attorney that was actually fighting for me, not only to keep my home, but basically discharge the whole debt. So I was going to keep my home without even having any debt on it. But he was like, forget that. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to put you up in a bigger and better house. And one day we were arguing about it because I didn't want to be in a different, bigger and better house. I wanted to keep my house that I worked so hard for. And so we got into an argument about it. And then he grabbed me like, you need to listen to me. Like he grabbed my arms. Now, for a lot of women, they feel like that's not abuse when a man puts his hands on her. But it is, because I didn't ask him to put his hands on me. And not only did he grab my arms, he had me up against the wall. So he was holding me there. So even though I was like, let me go, he was like, I'm just trying to calm you down. I just want to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. I just want to make sure you don't hurt yourself. And I'm like, I'm fine. I've never hurt myself or hit myself before. I need you to get your hands off of me. And he wouldn't until I sat there and listened to what he said. The signs were there. We moved way too fast. And then I was